stream so they can see us. Oh my God, what an absolutely crazy freaking evening it is. And let me tell you now, if you don't like swearing, don't be on the show tonight.
It is full moon. It is full moon.
Oh!
It's full moon and I have my Wonder Woman shirt on, which I really feel that I need at this point in time. I'll get really hot in about 30 seconds and I'll take it off. So, hello, Justin.
Oh boy, we've just done a wonderful interview with Sherilyn Darcy, and she is a botanical alchemist and an author and everything wonderful you can imagine, and we couldn't get our microphone to work, so we've actually had to work the microphone now, so hopefully you can all hear us, and who knows, the full moon and technology is screwing up everywhere.
So first of all, let us know how the sound is for you. Can you hear us really, really well? That is the first thing we need to know.
Oh, I've got some of our regulars on here. They're keen as mustard. Keen.
Loud and clear, Karen. Thank you. So, Karen, were you on the other feed? Is this an improvement from the other one that we did?
Loud and clear, that's what I like. Okay, we have got the gerbils out of the gaff tape and we are ready. Alright, so I'm just going to Paul Brook, I've confused her completely about where to write the questions. Hi Justin, hi Lana, hi Judy, we're good, apart from technology, we're good. Chiquita Bonita, let's start with you. Can I have a card because you were the first person that asked? So let's get you a card.
Chiquita, we have done a reading for you before. Welcome.
We have.
Back.
Welcome back. Thank you for coming back.
So you have the Ace of Wands. This is a card that says what you need to be worrying about right now is your own intellectual development. Where is your mind sitting? What are you concentrating on? Where are you focusing at the moment? If you're not focusing on the right things and your mind is all over the place, it's going to make you feel really, really depressed, sad and upset because times are confusing as it is. So you need to really, really look at good information. Get off Facebook. Get off all of those horrible sort of live streams that are feeding rubbish into the world at the moment, and get yourself focused on something that is going to be useful to you in the future. Don't worry about work at this point in time. Everyone is stressing out and everyone is in a really hard place, and it's going to be quite difficult wherever you are and in the area of your employment. It's going to be very, very difficult. So stand your ground at this stage. Don't try and move or make any changes. Just see these next few weeks through, Chiquita.
Look guys, we are running an introduction to paranormal investigating course that starts next Tuesday night, 7:30 Australian Sydney time. It runs for 3 weeks, an hour each Tuesday night, and it's only $30. So if you would like to get a good grounding in how to kick off as a paranormal investigator, Christy will be popping that information up. Or you can just go to our Frightfully Good page. Actually, it's the Australian School of Ghost Hunting. Head over to the Australian School of Ghost Hunting and you can find the links there. Great way that you can support us and the work that we do and get something out of it for yourself.
It's $30 for all of the lessons combined. So not $30 a week,
nope.
It's $30 for the
Making it
3
cheap as
weeks.
chips.
Yep.
So that everyone can access it. So we've got quite a decent response to it so far, but we have room for more, and we will take people up till 7 p.m. on next Tuesday night. Right, we've got Tiffany Jane.
Tiffany June.
June. Oops.
Will you get a job soon, and what will it be? What do you think I am? A bloody mind reader?
I have to get that.
How am I supposed to know that? Look, there is the opportunity for you to work. Yes, my My spidey senses and my card says yes, there is an opportunity for you to work. It won't be a job that you are used to doing, so this is something that comes really left of field, and you are just going to have to apply yourself as though you are doing it for the very first time, because you will be, Tiffany, and you are just going to have to accept what comes your way at this point without making too much fuss about it, because everyone's jobs at the moment are down the gurgler, down the shithole, if you want to say that.
We swear.
And so
we're old ladies who swear.
And so you are going to really definitely just have to accept what comes. It's not going to be something that you're going to be working at for too long a period. But
it's not going to get forever,
you through. It's going to get you through, my darling.
Sometimes we have to lower
our standards.
Well, not our standards, but our expectations of what we should be doing.
Exactly.
To do what we need to do to get through, because the world is in crisis. So be one of those glorious people at Woolies and Coles who are manning the checkout so we can buy our food.
Mm-hmm. And hope that no one swears at you.
Or spits on you, more to the point. Swearing I can put up with, not spitting. Hi Chloe, hi Charlene. Hello, De Florence, which is...
De Florence?
McPadden de Vivier. I love the name. That's fantastic. We're up to Vicky Chittleborough. Vicky, where are you from? Tell us where you are from, guys. I'd love to know. I get such a buzz out of seeing where people come from around the world.
She's obviously somewhere where she can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little beers.
Oh, it's a beer tasting platter.
It
must be Australian.
Very nice, Vicky. So you have the Two of Cups. This card is all about relationships and what you have agreed to accept at this point in time. So if you are happy with the relationships and the way they are going, good for you. You're doing the right thing. But if this card has come up and it's a card of questioning how people are treating you and how you are responding to those treatments, you have to ask yourself, am I, once again, lowering my standards of acceptance of how people can speak to me and how they can be in my presence? And am I being desperate, and am I going, oh, I'll accept anything as long as someone speaks to me and notices me? So that, it can get really, really hard and very, very frustrating if you just keep on accepting life coming to you in that sort of a way. So look at your relationships, Vicky, at the moment. Have a serious think about whether all of them are ones that you need to continue in your life right now.
Okay. Did you know that Renata is a tarot master? I thought she would have been a tarot mistress, but she's a master. Oh, there we are. Heidi Elizabeth Land here. Would like a card, please, with black hearts. Oh, you are our sort of person.
Let me just do a little shuffle for you, Heidi. And are all of those little munchkins yours in your little picture there? I wonder. Oh, we have the beautiful sun card. Look at that.
More babies. No.
I hope it's going to be a great Mother's Day for you come Sunday, and you get lots of prezzies from all of those little ones. And you get breakfast in bed, and someone sort of drops baked beans all over you, and your toast is burnt, and all of the things that mothers have to put up with.
Accept it graciously.
Yes, and you'll go, oh, that's so lovely. I just love that. Yeah, not. But again, this is about your own happiness and that you are working hard at keeping that going. And that's great stuff, Heidi. Just be careful that you don't overdo it and you don't try too hard. Keep being truthful about who it is that you really are. And if you need help, reach out and ask for it. Stop just saying to people, everything's okay, everything's fine, I'm fine, when in fact you might not be.
That's lovely. I like that, Renata. Thank you for sharing that today.
That's okay. That's okay.
And we've got D. Florence McPadden du Vivier would like a card, please.
Okay, now remember
like a picture.
That if there are any blokes that come on, we need to
we've got to look after their egos. We've got to do
the blokes because they always say they miss out. and you know that we just neglect them because we're whatever we are.
I don't know what we are. We're old cranky bitches is what we are.
So D. Florence, you have the Chariot card. So there is something going on there that you are really kind of ignoring and hoping that it will all sort of go away without you having to do anything about it. And my love, I'm sorry to say, that ain't going to happen. You have to put your big girl panties on and go, oi! What do you freaking think that you're doing here, right? And just say something about it, because otherwise you'll end up a couple of weeks down the track going, oh my God, that just got all out of control.
I wish I'd said something sooner.
I wish I'd said, oi, a few weeks earlier. All right, so it's big girl panty time. And if you want to know where you can buy your big girl panties.
Big W? I know, because I'm a big girl. I have to wear them. Although my husband sometimes likes me not to, but I can't sleep without knickers on. Yay! Oh, she's gone. All right. That's early. Nicole McCrosty would like to she got goats. Are they goats? Or are they dogs?
I don't know.
I like your pets. She's got the card, and yes, she can hear us.
Oh, good, Nicole. Love you, goats. They're not goats. I need better glasses.
I don't know. Could be lambs.
Lambs to the slaughter. No.
No. Wasn't that what we're doing after this?
No.
It's a full moon.
No.
Going to slaughter a baby lamb? No. No. Yeah.
Okay. You're the only ones. Sorry, Nicole. You have the Eight of Wands. So this is about actually committing to one thing at the moment. There are so many things that are in your mind and things that need to be done and things that need serious thought. But there is one that is most important to you, Nicole, right now. And that is the one that you need to commit to and to work through over these next 2 or 3 weeks. There is going to be a bit of it's going to be a lumpy ride between now and the new week ahead. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday may not be the most pleasant of times for you, Nicole. By the time Monday comes around, you're actually going to be really, really happy that it's Monday. And normally people don't say that, but you're going to go, oh God, thank God the weekend's over. So yeah, look, again, this is serious stuff, and the more we decide not to get in and do the work that needs to be done to sort out the serious events in our life.
Can I look at the picture?
The longer they interact in our life and make life a misery.
Okay, and we have to say hello to a bloke.
Oh.
It's Justin. Hello, Justin D from Facebook. How are you? Thanks for joining us on YouTube, which is awesome. We need to get our YouTube hours up, so I really appreciate you watching from YouTube.
Thank you, Justin. Love your kitty. Love your pussy.
Here we go. All right, Susan Bisbee wants to know what's the future for her love life. What's that laugh for?
What's in the future for my love life?
Love. Did you notice that the lovely lady we interviewed, Sherilyn, we'd go plants and she'd go plants?
Plants.
Plants. What plants are good in my bedroom?
Plants. Your love life. 6 of Wands. Oh, this is a card that
I think I've seen a porno about that.
often... What?
6 wands. Oh?
No! What are you talking about? I can't do it.
I know. I'm distressed by these flabby things that are hanging down here. Don't like them.
Love it.
It's awful when you lose weight and then you've got these flabby bits that hang off everywhere.
6 of Wands. Very good.
It's starting to break. The lockdown is breaking us. Just we're not coping.
The 6 of Wands. that is all about victory and winning. So, Susan, depending on what you want from your love life is what you're going to get. So really think very, very hard on the decisions that you are making at the moment with regard to your love life, because sometimes we think we want something, but once we get it, it's not really compatible at all to what we thought.
I'm making a list of
what we thought it was going to be, really. So sometimes we have a bit of a fantasy and we think that the fantasy is what we're getting. And to begin with, it is, but in the end, it doesn't sort of work out that way. So this is where you have to be really level-headed, Susan, and make sure that also you're not accepting somebody else's hand-me-downs. Ooh. That's deep. That might mean something for you, Susan.
I missed that whole conversation. Okay, so one way ticket is Sue. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. I couldn't work out who it was.
Sorry,
we're crying. And Justin said you couldn't see properly on Facebook, it was cropped. There is so much crappiness going on tonight with technology. It's shite. Jenny Pearson. Let's give Jenny, because she was putting some good information up in the Cheryl and Darcy thing. So Jenny wants some guidance, please, on work.
The Three of Cups, Jenny. This is about work. Look, not much is going to change for a little while, Jenny, and I guess you probably know that. This is kind of head down and do the job and really don't ask for much. Don't put your head up with regard to super cool ideas that you might have, because it's going to fall on deaf ears. It is really about them sort of, again, putting you in your place and sort of going, if this is what you want to do, just do it, shut up about it, and, don't get in our way. And, that's kind of what it's like at the moment there, Jenny, I'm sorry to say. Yeah.
Oh, let's go down to this one here. Jessica Antonia Rocks King. A card for this pregnant lady.
Jeez, I better pick a good one.
Yeah, you better. Otherwise, it's gone very unnaturally quiet. Why has it gone quiet?
Oh, the Judgment card. I wonder if this is your first bubby, Jessica.
And everyone's going to tell you how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone will have an opinion.
Exactly. So don't listen to any of them and do what you feel that you need to do and what is right. Don't worry about whether they're saying, oh, she's put on a bit of weight. Yeah, she put on a bit of weight.
Oh, I would just adjust my glasses at that.
So the Judgment card can be a card that, in your delicate state, you can also be quite emotional. And so it can be quite an emotional ride for you over the next few months or however long you have left in your pregnancy. But honestly, Jessica, if you can't stand listening to the rubbish that people are saying, tell them you've got to hide for a few months because of the COVID thing, and just get out of their faces.
The good one, and it's a truthful one, is that if they have not been vaccinated, they should not come near your baby until your baby has had all of its vaccinations. That's always a good one to keep people away. The other thing to do...
You're going to really ruffle the feathers of the vaccinators out there.
And
anti-vaxxers.
When you get some advice, just go, thanks, I'll take that on board. Do what you want with it. Oh, look, it's our gorgeous friends. It's Jen and Jen, the camper van Gender. Well, can we just call you the camper vans? That's so much easier. Big hugs, gorgeous people. A naughty card.
And it's so lovely to see the both of you at home
together.
Oh, it's so good. So I'm going to just draw a card for you
too. A naughty card from me as well.
And the Ace of Wands. So it is actually time for the two of you to consider that it is time to start over again and get on with things. Okay, so what I really want to say is this is the change. This is the time when things are going to go right, and you're going to kind of really feel as though the past is over and all of that shit is really done. And this Eight of Wands is saying it's time now. It's time when we can really look forward and move ahead and do some of those things that we've been hanging on to for the last year or so, or even more, and really just get on with it.
And mine
Beautiful.
is, interestingly enough, I don't know if you can see that there, stop sweating the small fucking stuff. It's fucking tiresome. I don't think the fucking tiresome part belongs to you girls. I think it's that you girls have recognised the big picture and realised that sweating the small stuff in life is irrelevant. And I think that's actually a message that you guys can give to the rest of everyone else, having been through the cancer journey that you've been going through and still going through. The small stuff means nothing when you've got the big stuff to deal with. We love you all. All right.
Love you, ladies. Love you long time.
All right. We've got someone on YouTube there. Hi, Billy Benny 08. And yes, you can have a reading. Why not?
Okay, I don't even know whether you're a male or female.
There we go.
But I shall pull a card for you, irrespective.
Benny 08.
And we have the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords, can you see that? Can you see it? Oh, can you see it? Can you see it? That's how life is for you at the moment. It's all over the frickin' place like a dog's breakfast. So, and you're spending too much time in the past, wallowing in the past and thinking about things and kind of sorting things that shouldn't really need to be sorted anymore because they're in your past, and you keep dragging it along with you like an albatross around your neck. Leave the past alone and move forward into the future that you really wanting and is there for you. But it's really hard for you to accept it. It's like, I've got to atone for my sins in some way. And so you keep yourself bound in this area where you're upset and you're wallowing in this state of pity. When you've done that time, it's done, it's over. Let it go and move on.
What's our favourite song?
To all of the
Let
good
it go,
stuff.
let it go.
Move on to the good stuff.
All right, so we're up to Meg Sai. Will life change to a positive for me? Oh, she's given us a cleavage shot.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Meg.
Yes. All right, Meg. Now, part of this has got to do with the way that we are looking at what comes towards us and how quickly we can learn a very simple word. Now, do you think you know what that word is?
I do.
What's the word?
Yes.
No.
No?
It's no.
Go.
Both those words are simple, and we do have to know both of those words actually. But what I'm saying, Meg, is that if you need your life to change to a positive, you really need to learn how to say no more often. Because what you are doing is you're saying yes to the things that you should be saying no to. All right. Now, I know some of those things may well be out of your realm of possibilities in saying no, and you have to take certain things on board that you don't want to do. But the Seven of Cups says that there is always a choice. Yep. And sometimes, because you're kind of used to working in a certain pattern, you tend to kind of take the hard road instead of taking the easy road. So life can turn positive, but you have to really apply yourself as well for that to happen. Yeah?
All right. Sue
Fenton.
She's got sparklies on her, so I like that. There's a bit of sparklies around Sue Fenton Galdoan. So let's give Sue a card.
She's butchering these names tonight.
I know.
I'm loving it. Okay, Sue.
How do you say it, smarty pants? Galdoin.
Sue.
Camera's up there.
Can you see
Oh,
it?
no, where you looking? I'm getting hot.
You have, Sue, you have the Knight of Wands.
I need aloe vera.
So this is a card that says, oh, I've got a lot of great ideas and I need to get out there and make some of those things happen. Now, you may feel really frustrated at the moment, Sue, with how the world is, and it's really kind of put you into a little box at the moment. Lock the door and someone's thrown away the key and you're screaming in there going, for God's sake, I need to get out and I need to get my life sorted and I've got so many things that I need to do, and every time I turn around it's just impossible. It's impossible for me. So Sue, at the moment, just breathe, my darling, breathe. Take it easy. And things will turn around shortly. We need more time. And you need a little bit more time as well. In the meantime, do some great planning. You are a great planner, okay? And I think that some of the problems here are that you have made these long distance plans and they're not turning out because of the timings and of everything that is going on. And it's getting you really, really frustrated. So, you know, it is what it is, my darling. We can't change what life is throwing at us at this point in time entirely. But make some new plans. Yeah, you'll be right.
Sue, my love, and all our grand poobah parastalkers, we will be on to the private page for you guys to do readings afterwards. So if you'd like to become a Patreon supporter of the Frightfully Good, you can check that out too. In the meantime, I'm going to jump to, I don't think we've done Ashley Mackenzie.
Ashley Mackenzie, and that is a beautiful picture of you and some handsome man that you have by your side.
She'll go sloppy seconds.
So I don't really know why you're asking for a card because, geez, you look like you're sorted. But anyway, this is about some personal difficulty. This Five of Swords, and there's a personal difficulty that you have been dealing with for some time. So it could be a bit of a habit that you have that you really don't want to have anymore, and you've kind of tried and tried and tried, and you get a little bit, you know, far, and you get a little bit of it done, and then you sort of sneak back into that habit because it's safe and secure and it makes you feel okay and all that sort of stuff. But in the end, you know it's no good for you, Ashley. So keep going. It's like the whole smoking thing. If you really want to give up smoking, you try 10 times, you try 15 times, you try 20 times until eventually
one of the times works.
One of the times works. Same thing for you, Ashley.
Oh, you'll love this one.
Does the guy I've been seeing since June last year love me? Ha ha ha. Well, look, I don't know whether you're being serious about that or not. That's something you need to ask yourself. Does he love you? Is he seeing someone else on the side? Is he cheating? Is he always asking you for more of something? Are you not fulfilling his needs? What about you? What's happening with you in this relationship, Brooke? You know, does he love you enough? Are you getting enough out of the relationship? Because if you're asking, then it seems to me that there could be a bit of a problem there. Now, let me go a little bit further with a card. And we have the same card that I just drew for the other lady, the Five of Swords. So one of you has an issue with the truth. Okay, so trust is the issue here, Brooke. And you have to try and work out whether that is your trust or his trust. And that is the thing that you're going to have to sort out.
So which one of you was hurt before and that's now caused a lack of trust somewhere? So don't take the shit from before into where you are now. That's shit from before. Leave the shit behind. Don't pick it up and take it with you. Let's go to Cheryl. Oh, my love. Okay, my husband is my husband around me. He passed 8 months ago.
Oh, so sorry, Cheryl. That's just an awful, awful, awful place to put, have happen to you. Anytime we lose a life partner, it's just so really, really hard. Really, really hard. I'm getting a couple of things, so I don't know whether this means anything to you, because I'm trying to sort of tap into his energy. I don't know whether he was a wrestling fan, so I'm just going to put it out there, whether he kind of liked wrestling or martial arts. I'm getting wrestling, actually. but I'm going to stretch it a bit and maybe say martial arts.
You might splash some people up, one way or another.
And did he have a big car, like a...
Would that be like a V6 or a V8 engine?
No,
or do you mean
like
size matters?
Size, like
right.
a size trucking type of thing. Yes, Cheryl, he still is around you, but he's not quite that beautiful, clear energy that you might find once a soul has gotten over this whole death thing and they have come to a point where they're reconciled with where they're at and what's going on. He is very much what they kind of can say, I think, earthbound, where he is still very much around, but he's still suffering a little bit with some of the conditions and some of the emotions that were lingering around towards the end. So the best thing, Cheryl, that you can do for this beautiful soul is to send lots and lots of love in his direction, say some prayers, light a candle, play his favourite music. Let his soul find rest and repose in some of the things that he is so missing that he loved. It's that tangibility that he's missing. He's so close, but he can't touch you. He can't feel that energy from you in the same way, but you can certainly send it differently. And music is a really great way of connecting with loved ones who have passed.
So he's having trouble letting go of the mundane world.
Yeah, he is. He's having trouble. He's having trouble, and therefore, it's a really good way of saying it, Anne. And therefore, he's still feeling some pain and anguish and emotions as he did towards the end.
And he's missing pies with tomato sauce. More tomato sauce than pie. Okay. Hope that helps you, Cheryl. Hi, Melissa. Well, they are starting to return to some of the private surgery, so you might have some luck there.
It's 50-50 at the moment, Melissa. It really is. Some of these doctors kind of really have a weird way of putting people in order of preference, if I'm going to say it that way. So some of them can just be a bit snooty-nosed, and they will only do what they want to do in the order they want to do it. So it's absolutely no point in trying to get them to put you up the list any faster. It will happen when it happens, and it will happen, but I'm not sure it's going to happen in July, honey. You may have to wait a little bit longer.
I just have to say at this point in time, Renata, your hair is just glorious.
Thank you.
She was thinking of dyeing it. I went, don't you dare. It is so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous.
I wish you had an air conditioner right now.
I'm sorry. Renovations are taking place.
Gina!
Gina! Needs some guidance.
Gina!
Not a guide dog, guidance.
I wish I knew in what direction the guidance is required.
Yeah, if you guys could be a
Gina.
little bit more specific with your questions, it really helps give you a better reading.
It certainly does. And Gina, the general feeling of the card that I have, which is the Knight of Coins, is get yourself out of the mode of thinking about relationships at this stage and just focus on what is required for you. Look after your own financial stability. Look after yourself with regard to what it is that you need to feel safe and secure. Get your head out of the relationship mode at this point in time. If that's the thing that's doing your head in, you're focusing on the wrong thing. That will sort itself out in time. You need to focus on what's really important for you right now, which is your own financial stability and really looking after yourself and the loved ones that are around you.
Do you know what?
What?
We've got a bloke.
No.
Jason! Thank you for joining us. Wow. He would like a love life after COVID-19. He's not interested in swapping spit before COVID-19 or during COVID-19. I saw the most disgusting thing the other night. And I actually reported it to the council. I was so disgusted. I went to the Oasis kebab shop in Hamilton.
As you do.
As you do.
So that's
I was going to get, because I'm doing keto, I'm going to get an open kebab, so it's no bread, just the stuff in the kebab. And I've gone up to the counter, and there's a bloke out the back with the big container of either sour cream or yogurt or something, and he's run his finger around the outside of it as he's filled it and gone, no gloves, nothing, and then gone for a second run around, had a second suck on it, and I just went,
I'll have some of that.
They said, "Can
I'll have some?"
The other guy that was serving said, "Can I get you something?" I went, "No, not after I've just seen that," and walked away. And I was just so gobsmacked that after I went around the corner to the other kebab place and got my kebab plate and came back, and I said to them, "Guys, you can't do that. This is COVID-19. Apart from the fact it's disgusting, COVID-19. You've got no gloves. That's really not sanitary." They wouldn't even look at me. They ignored me, and they spoke to someone else that was there. So I reported them. What can you do? So sorry, Jason.
Jason, you have the Ten of Wands, Jason. Ten of Wands says you love to keep yourself so busy that your love life just doesn't get a look in. So if you want a love life after COVID-19, one of the things that you have to do, as opposed to Gina, who I just said, get it out of your head right now, girl. Jason, you have to really concentrate on trying to find someone. So getting yourself out there, getting social, getting to those places where there is an opportunity for you to meet somebody that you would like to spend time with. I don't know how the young people do that now. Is it like Tinder? Is everything online? Do actually people go out and meet anywhere at all anymore? Can you tell me?
Grindr.
Can you tell me? Because I've got no idea. I think that it would be so hard to meet anyone right now and have a relationship. It's a really weird social thing that people do. But Jason, that's your problem. The Ten of Wands is a card of hard work, and you really layer it on so that it's hard for you to actually have a proper love life, because it's like you don't have time for it. You've got to make time, but you've also got to get out there. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, have those moments where you will be disappointed before you meet the right person. So it's the willingness to, you know, suffer a few upsets before the right person comes around.
This one's a tough one. The one that I've got here. Can you see that one? I'm not putting it up there. I'm putting it over here.
Oh, Lisa. Yeah. That's a really such a sad thing. Such a sad thing. Wow. This has just happened. You are in just such a state of shock and such a state of anguish and despair. I want everyone that is on here right now, all 130 of you, to please send love to Lisa. Send her a heart, send her a kiss, send her anything that you can online. Send her your thoughts at this moment in time, because I am sure that Lisa is looking up at that full moon right now and thinking, why did this happen? Why did it happen? I have no words. But the only thing that I can say to you, Lisa, is that your daughter is looking at that same full moon. So you head out there tonight and look up into that full moon, and your daughter will be looking at that full moon too, and you two guys will have a connection there. Yeah, that's all I can say for you, my darling. It's just awful.
It just sucks big time, beautiful lady. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. Wow, it's very hard to move on to the next person after something so tough. But let's go to Christy, who wants to know, are we doing the right thing for letting our son move out to our games room?
No. No. You know what boys get up to when they're left alone?
Crunchy socks.
It's not only the socks that get crunchy. That's all I can say. Christine, there's a reason he wants to be out into the games room there. Okay, so you've just lost control. Good luck.
You're not even
with
going
that.
to give him a card.
No. Bad move, Christy. That's all I can say. Bad move.
All right. Yes, we are. We are from Newcastle. I'm based in Cooks Hill. You might see my red car running around the place with ghosts all over it, and Renata's got Spooks, although Spooks is in at the hospital at the moment.
Yeah, Spooks is having... He's having surgery. He got a bit of a knock. What wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault for a change. No, she doesn't. It hasn't been your
No.
fault.
Been at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right, hang on, just trying to see. Oh, that's lovely, John. Thank you. Everyone's giving her condolences and lovely things there. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for sending love.
Yeah, that's what we need. More of that. Susan Powell, yes, you can ask a question. What would you like to ask? You need to ask the question. I've scrolled so far now that I've got down to the bottom of the feed.
Lots of people sending love. That's just so beautiful of everyone.
Claudie Fusca.
Claudie. Can I have a card, please? Wondering about my job. I'm in sales and had a terrible week. Well...
You can't be blamed.
You can't be blamed. And I know there are these horrible bosses that kind of want you to pull magic out of your backside when it's just not happening. And it's really, really difficult. I think sales will improve over the next few weeks as things open back up. So, Claudia, you may not have to face this dilemma and this problem any further. But if the job is giving you the heebie-jeebies now and the job is... And if your boss is bullying you, which is what this card is all about, it may well be time when things get a little bit better for you to look for something else that is more attuned to your vibration.
You know what we forgot?
And then that you're where you're feeling
Keep
better.
A metre and a half. Keep a metre and a half.
You know, where you're actually feeling as though you belong, right? Because someone at your work is a bit of an asshole. That's just not nice.
Probably more than one.
It's not nice.
We forgot our cards.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 cards up, Nicole, before I do you. 1, 2, 3. If you don't get... No. If you don't get a reading live, choose 1, 2 or 3, and I will do a reveal at the end of the night. So it'll be more generalised, but at least you'll get something. So Nicole, can you offer advice over a choice I need to make? Okay, my darling. Stop trying to please whoever you need to be pleasing right now, or who you think you need to be pleasing. All right, so make this choice from your own instinct and from your own intuitive senses about what is the right thing, Nicole, and stop trying to please who you think needs to hear what they want to hear, because that's not going to work for you.
Okay, this is an interesting one. Shani Marie McDougall. Can I have a card about my 4-year-old son Bentley having a rough time with him at the moment? 4-year-olds. Oh boy, you know what they are? They're 2-year-olds with 2 years experience. Alright, Auntie Renata. Auntie Riri. Auntie Riri's going to give you a card.
Auntie Riri. Oh, he's a smart little boy, Bentley, and he loves to play you against your partner. And that's what this 5 of Swords is all about. So he's just looking at his boundaries. And so this is where you have to really toughen up. And both you and your partner need to have long conversations about how you are raising him and being on the same page about what you want as a result. Now, please also get guidance if, things are getting really out of hand and he's really tiring you out, because kids can be monsters, they really can. And they have this unlimited amount of energy, especially when it's screaming time. And you go, how can someone scream for so long? Well, they can. So
it's a talent, really.
Look for help and assistance if you need, but I think he's playing you both against each other just to see how he can win the best and get the best out of each situation. No?
Yeah, little buggers. All right, Kim Walsh. Will my son come round and talk to me again?
Oh, Kim, what did you do?
What did he do? Was I not be her?
No, it's Kim's fault.
Oh.
It's Kim's fault.
Oh.
It's not, but you think it's your fault, okay?
You're blaming yourself.
Yeah, it's not your fault, Kim. It's not your fault. And he kind of has a bit of a chip on his shoulder where he thinks that life just isn't going his way and life isn't rosy. And it's all about, I have to start. I work the hardest and I have to start all over again, and it's all a woe is me sort of thing, and whatever happened between the two of you, he's blown it all out of proportion. So there's, again, this is an adult we're talking about, so, you know, there's only as much pleading and asking that a mother should do, and then you know what? Stuff him. Absolutely stuff him. Regain some of your own self-respect, Kim, about everything that you have done in your life for this boy, right? And don't let him treat you badly.
You've forgotten how valuable you are. Okay. Now we're going to get down to the last couple now because we've got to get on tonight and get across to our poo bars as well. So we're going to be finishing up in a couple of minutes. Yep. So Susan Powell, wondering what may happen with my living arrangements in the near future.
Who knows, Susan Powell, because you have the Tower card and we have no freaking idea. Everything's going to just turn to shit. So I would say...
The blunt psychic.
I would say just be aware of any other opportunities coming your way with regard to living arrangements, and get a plan B and a plan C, right? So just in case, make sure you've got lots of things happening just in case, because, yeah, the Tower kind of says be prepared for the unexpected to happen.
Just look at the picture on the Tower card. It tells you everything you need to know. Crystal Tiani, how are you? We haven't heard... Oh, I think you may have had asked a question before, but we haven't been able to get to you for a while. Let's give Crystal a card, and a naughty one as well.
Oh, Crystal, everybody's work is up in the air at the moment. You should know that. It's kind of really, really hard to try and, you know, say to anyone that their job is secure.
You've got to step outside your comfort zone is what you need to do.
It's really, really hard. And the World card can suggest that it is time to be thinking a little bit ahead and going, this might all be finishing up right now. The World card can be a good omen that says that you are going to the next level and opportunities are actually going to arise for you in the future. But you have to be willing, I guess, as Anne said, to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you may not have thought you were going to have to do.
Yes, and your naughty card is saying, spread those angel wings and fly, bitch. Don't hold yourself back.
Yeah.
Get out there and do what needs to be done. Let's go down. Not many blokes on tonight. Where's all our fellas?
Where's our lady who had the daughter that was grieving?
I didn't see that one. Travel?
Oh, we've lost
Travel,
him.
Angelique! Ha! Ha! Wouldn't we all like to? Okay, I've had some... Yes, we try not to do health cards because it's just not the right platform to do it.
No.
All right, let's give Louise Michelle doing a lot of personal healing. Good on you, Louise. Good on you for facing those things in your life that have caused you pain and working on them.
Okay.
Needing a bit of higher guidance as to my next steps
I've been giving this guidance to people at the moment over the last 2 weeks because I have been guided to do the same thing for myself, and I think it is really great relevant information for people, and that is take your power back and take those parts of yourself that you have given away to other people within relationships and within arguments and within really hard situations where you have had to succumb to somebody else and kind of go, okay, I really don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to. Every time we find ourselves in that situation, a part of us disappears and the other person begins to own that bit of us. And then we sort of end up being this skewed entity that is not really us anymore. And personal healing is about taking those bits of yourself back and dealing with the hurt that may be there and bringing that part of yourself back into the same vibrational rhythm as the rest of you. So own those bits back, take them back, think about all those relationships that you've had, all of those people that have disrupted your life, and say, you're not having that part of me anymore. I'm taking it back, I'm owning it, I'm putting myself together again. And then you move on from that point on, because while you have those parts of you away and you've given them away, it's not going to work. Okay, so you're only going to heal a portion of yourself, not the whole of yourself. So this is about bringing those bits of you back and saying, no, I'm not allowing you to own that part that you took away when you did X, Y, Z to me. Okay, I'm taking that back and I am going to nourish it. I am going to care for it. I'm going to bring it back to myself because it is mine. It is my bit. And when you are whole, that's when the real healing starts.
I found a bloke.
Oh. John!
Man looking for a read.
Love it, John. Okay.
Give the man a card.
We'll do man looking for a read.
Which is far better than the other R word.
Oh my God, how many times has this card come up? The Five of Swords.
Shuffle, woman, shuffle.
I have shuffled. So we always find that there's a theme that goes on each week. So problems seem to be very similar. There are quite a few people that seem to show themselves with the same sort of problem. You have the Five of Swords. Okay, so this again is about trying, John, to please everyone, and it's not working, and the only person that's being really hurt in all of this is you, my darling, with your trying and trying and trying to please everyone. And someone is really kind of digging holes behind you, so every time you're filling a hole, they're just creating a new one. Who in the hell is this person? Hey, they need a really good talking to, John. So it might be time to kind of really face that and deal with the troublemakers that are in your life and saying, I'm not pleasing you anymore, sorry.
Done?
We're done.
We're done. All right, I did find the one that you were looking for.
Oh, you have the grieving daughter. Yeah. I've lost the question, my darling. I think
she was saying that she could smell her husband's, I think it was, cologne in her bed the other day. Was that him? There it is. Will my daughter be okay? She's still grieving the loss of her dad 7 months ago.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Natalie, these things take a long, long time, and if her dad was really significant in her life, this is going to be something that she needs to go through the process of grief, and there are many different stages
and so
of that. Yeah, and so do you. So a really good thing is to actually allow her to talk about what she is feeling and what she's seeing, and let that language come out in whichever way it needs to. Knowing that she has someone there that listens to that is one of the most healing things that she can have right now. She won't be okay for a while, and neither will you, and that is totally expected when you are grieving the loss of someone so really, really close. The important thing though is that both of you have someone or more than one person that you can talk to honestly about your feelings. Yeah, so that is the most important thing. We all get on with it when we have those moments of pain, but we're never really okay. We're never really okay. We're never really the same when someone that we truly love dies. We just get on with it in a different way. But, Natalie, it's really, really important that you also look for the signs that something else is going on, and you're always just aware. And if she needs some guided help, get that for her too. Yeah.
All right, now it is time
For
to
us to say
choose
goodbye. Oh, yes.
1,
Okay.
2, or 3. So if you've missed out on a one-on-one reading with Renata, you can book a private one. You can message us on Frightfully Good or go to luckypsychic.com. But now we have 1, 2, and 3. So whatever your question is in your mind, ask it now and see which card you are drawn to, and we'll start reading them. 1.
Okay, so if you chose card number 1, and Sherelle did, you have the Strength card. So this is one of those cards, that says that if you feel that time is really running out with regard to a particular situation in your life, you are right. So get on with it and make the decision that you need to make. Have the strength, have the sense, and have the resolve to see through it, but make the decision now.
And be a badass while you're at it. So there you go. It even backs up what she's saying.
So
number 2.
If you have chosen number 2, and we have Grayson who has chosen number 2, and there may be
and
more.
Brenda.
And Brenda. You have the Ace of Wands card.
Christina.
You're wasting your time sitting there doing nothing or not making things better for yourself. Okay, why are you wasting your time? Ace is about you beginning, so there is an opportunity for you right now to make changes, to grab the bull by the horns, to get those books out, to get some education, to make life better for yourself. I know it's hard and I know it's difficult, but you have to be passionate about your own life. Nobody else is going to be passionate about what you are doing. It's got to be you. So get passionate,
Step up.
Get cracking, step up, get some education, make life better for yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you.
Stop worrying so much about it, because the angels have your back. Well, they have your fucking back, actually. But stop stressing about it. There is something that you want to do, but you're worried it's going to be a failure. Don't worry about it being a failure. Nothing's a failure if you have a try, because you learn something from trying.
Yeah. And number 3. Number 3, we have the Hermit card. So this is a card of self-isolation, which we are all in at the moment. But this self-isolation is where we do some inward work. So have this opportunity to go within and to ask some important questions about yourself and what it is that you are doing right now. It may be a time where you have actually lost your job and you really feel as though you are so completely isolated, and it may not be your cup of tea. You may be a very, very social person. You're going, what the frick is going on? I've lost contact with everyone. Yes, that's the way it is at the moment, my darlings. But you can see this through as long as you use this in a positive way. So look within and repair the inner wounds.
And the positive is what comes up in this card as well. So you are prosperous. Stop telling that fucking story that you're not. So stop dwelling on all the shit that is going on in your life and telling everyone how bad it is all the time, because that is what you will draw to you every time. The more you talk about it, the more it comes to you. Start telling yourself how lucky you are. Find the good things that's happening in your life and start concentrating on them.
Amy, just before we finish, Amy says that she didn't get a reply to her email about the $10 question last week. Some of them came in really late because technology is doing weird and wonderful things. Some of them got lost. I actually lost 3 in the whole scheme of things last week. So it kind of all went...
It was meant to be.
Yes, there were a few that I didn't read. It was only sort of like the first X amount that I was going to do anyway. So
there was a time limit on it as well.
I'll do another offer in a couple of weeks' time if you want to wait for that $10 reading. Otherwise, I'm hoping to be back at Witch and Willow at Warners Bay within the next 2 weeks, being able to do some face-to-face readings. And of course, you can actually book a full reading with me through Magical Solutions. If you go to the webpage, you'll see a link there for email readings and phone readings, which you have to pay for. Yeah, it actually,
she's got to pay the bills.
It actually helps me to pay for my electricity and for food.
It's her job. That's what she does for a living. Okay, well that brings us to an end. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. Monday night we have the ABC of Paranormal Strangeness, 7:30 on the
And it's not on the ABC. It's on the Frightfully Good page.
Well, somebody think it was on the ABC.
I thought it was on the ABC.
Oh no, it's the ABC of Paranormal. We're going through the alphabet. Oh, lordy me. It's full moon madness. And we're up to Q. And we're going to actually have a special guest on to talk about a very tough topic, which is quantum physics.
Because we ain't going there.
And we're going to be talking about Q Station Manly. So that's a very haunted location within Australia for those who don't know it. I was lucky enough to work there for 6 years. So I've got some great stories to tell. Hope you can join us then. In the meantime,
see you on the dark side.
See you on the dark side. Bye.